Hi guys, this is Amit Rishi, and in today's session of Science and Technology Current Affair Topics, we'll see the development in the field of technology with Oppo signing an MOU with IIT Hyderabad. We'll see what unique about Indian Air Force AN-32 aircraft, the first Indian private firm which is building foreign satellite and then will end up with PathoDetect COVID-19 kit. Let's begin with Oppo signing MOU with IIT Hyderabad for research in 5G and AI. But before we begin, there is a news coming in that government tells BSNL to rework tender to keep Chinese out of the project. This news came on 17th of June 2020 at 11 p.m. Now, since Oppo is a Chinese company, we have to keep this in our mind. Now, Guangdong Oppo Mobile Telecommunication Corporation Limited, commonly referred as Oppo, has signed an MOU with Indian Institute of Technology Hyderabad, always known for its remarkable research operations and products, Telangana, for research on new technologies such as 5G and AI. Oppo is one of the top 5 smartphone players in the Indian market with 9% share in the market. Oppo has registered 28% growth in the last year. About the MOU, it will facilitate exchange of ideas and carry out state-of-art research in the development of advanced and emerging technologies. It's a joint research and development for multiple projects over a period of 2 years for the development of new technology in areas specific to camera and image processing, battery, network, system performance, and artificial intelligence. Out of all these two are very important because the work has already been begun. Fund has already been allocated for these two areas. The association is aimed at bridging the gap between academic excellence and business needs and it will help to create a corporate-ready workforce. This collaboration with Oppo will help IIT Hyderabad in the development of indigenous solutions. As we know, it's a research-based operational activity which will be done by these two companies, our IIT and the Oppo company. So the knowledge that will be gained will be used in the further development of indigenous solutions to cater to the dynamic need of Indian consumers. Now about the Indian Air Force. In a first Indian Air Force AN-32 aircraft landed at Leh with indigenous biojet fuel. Indian Air Force successfully operated AN-32 aircraft powered with 10% blend of Indian biojet fuel. Very important. This is the first time both engines of aircraft were powered by biojet indigenous fuel. Aircraft was took off from Kushok Bakula Rinpoche Airport, Leh, because it was considered to be one of the highest and most difficult operational airfield. This is the real image of that AN-32 and the airport as well. The Indian Air Force has used this particular fuel. In fact, it had used this blend last year when an AN-32 had flown over Rajpath in New Delhi during Republic Day flypast. The technology of fuel was produced by Council of Scientific and Industrial Research of Indian Institute of Petroleum, that's CSIR IIP, in 2013. However, since we didn't have the aviation test facility, it was not used for commercial purpose. Indian Air Force in 2018, however, came forward and sponsored the project and channelized material resources and human resources. In material resources, they provided all kind of scientific equipments, and human resources, they provided all kind of expertise and knowledge base to complete the fuel testing, and eventually it was successful. The test was conducted by a team of pilots from Aircraft and System Testing Establishment, that's AST, Bangalore. Biojet fuel, very important piece of information, is produced from non-edible tree-borne oils. They are grown and procured from tribal areas of Chhattisgarh. Now this particular fuel the combination of 25% of biojet and 75% of aviation turbine fuel ATF was used by SpiceJet, and this expedition was successful. And after this particular event, Suresh Prabhu, Union Minister for Civil Aviation, tweeted that SpiceJet is setting a precedent by exploring biojet powered aerial operations using blend of biojet and the aviation fuel. Now, why this is important? This may reduce emission by over 15%, and 100% biojet fuel usage will reduce the carbon emission by 60 to 70%, and this, we all know, is a huge factor in terms of pollution reduction. Now, talking about Anant Technology, this is the first Indian firm that is going to build foreign owned satellites. It's Hyderabad based, and it has signed a deal to build 6 foreign owned satellites in India. This is the first time a private firm is making a satellite for global customers. The firm will soon open a satellite making facility in Bengaluru. Anant Technology will build a foreign owned satellite weighing between 50 to 250 kgs for customers in Sweden and France. Not only that, the cost of this entire manufacturing will be 30% less. The company is supplier of systems to ISRO, and it came into news in this form that Hyderabad based Anant, a supplier of system for ISRO, is opening a full-fledged satellite making facility later this month in Bengaluru. Appeared on 11th of February 2020. Now, some more piece of very important information related to this topic is that Antrix Corp, this is the commercial arm of ISRO, has signed a contract in the past with EADS Astrium to build a communication satellite for British media firm Avanti Screen Media Group. Now, ISRO is developing, we all know that PSLV has always been a chosen one for all our global customers. Now ISRO is developing a small satellite launch vehicle, that SSLV, a rocket that can be used every 2 days, and it is designed to hurl. It means it is designed to put the satellites in the orbits weighing 400 kgs into low Earth orbit, also known as LEO. ISRO has formed New Space India Limited, a new entity, this is very important, NSIL, New Space India Limited, with the industry to build and launch satellite on Indian soil. Another piece of important information is that upcoming full-fledged satellite production initiative include the proposed production facility. Will going to have a production facility to be built jointly by Berlin Space Technology and Ahmedabad based Azista Aerospace. Now, moving on, the Indian PSLV, as we just discussed, has emerged as the preferred rocket to hurl small and medium satellite into space. In the 5-year to fiscal year 2019, ISRO has earned roughly around 1300 crores from launching satellite for global customers, which includes United States, United Kingdom, Japan, Germany, among others. There were some important MOUs that you must know, and a step forward towards addressing the issue of regular spares and support for Russian military equipments with the armed forces. 14 MOU were signed between India and Russian companies for setting up joint ventures covering a range of equipment for modern T-90 tanks to legacy Pechora air defense system. About this particular event, the MOU were signed during the 5th Indo-Russia Military Industry Conference held during DEF Expo India 2020, held at Lucknow in February of this year. About this particular event and the MOUs, they come under Intergovernmental Agreement on Joint Manufacturing of Spares in India, signed last September for mutual cooperation cooperation in manufacturing of spares component, aggregate and other material related to Russian or Soviet origin arms and defense equipment. One important MOU was signed between Bharat Dynamics Limited and the Almaz Ante of Russia, a big organization in Russia, for exploring the feasibility of establishing a joint venture in India for the production of various subsystems of air defense missile system like Tunguska, Kavadrat, the Osai and Pichora air defense system, as well as the Shilka, very important, very modern self-propelled air defense gun system. The MOU also covered refurbishment and life extension of the missiles. Most of these air defense systems are now in the process of being phased out and needs to be replaced with new ones. So this image is Tunguska. This is our deadly Pichora air defense system, and this is Shilka's self-propelled air defense gun system. Now about PathoDetect COVID-19 kit. This proud lady that made India proud is Minal Dakhave Bhosle, the Pune woman behind first Indian-made testing tool PathoDetect COVID-19 kit. She is a virologist, the research and development chief of MyLab Discovery Solution, an organization in Pune, headed the team which designed coronavirus testing kit called MyLab PathoDetect COVID-19 Qualitative PCR kit in just 6 weeks. It can provide result in just 2.5 hours. MyLab is the first company that has received full approval to make and sell COVID-19 testing kits. Now, a testing kit for COVID-19 developed by Pune-based MyLab Discovery Solution and Germany Altona Diagnostic we have got some technical help from Germany's Altona Diagnostics as well, have been approved by ICMR, that's Indian Council of Medical Research, and these two companies have also received approval for mass production of the kits after they received commercial approval from the CDSCO, that's Central Drug Standard Control Organization. About the kit, this is the first one to receive commercial approval from Indian FDA and CDSCO. MyLab is the only Indian company to have achieved 100% sensitivity and specificity in ICMR evaluation. This kit have been made as per guidelines of WHO. The MyLab also received a clearance from DCGI. It's very important to get clearance from Drugs Controller General of India to manufacture this particular kit in the same facility. It was evaluated by ICMR. According to the company, the kit can screen and detect coronavirus infection within 2.5 hours as compared to the current ongoing 7 hours that has been taken by current protocols. Currently, the government is sourcing the COVID-19 kits for Germany, what we have using, to facilitate test to diagnosing people infected with coronavirus across India. The recent validation to MyLab and German company Altona Diagnostic brings hope toward revamping up the COVID-19 testing capacity and reducing the supply shortage of the kit. So this is actually the image of that particular kit. This particular kit, as we have seen, is the first one to receive the commercial approval from Indian FDA and CDSCO. Besides, with the emphasis on Make in India and support from local and central government, this kit is gaining popularity, and we have seen that it is made as per guidelines provided by WHO and CDC. And since big organizations are coming forward for this particular kit, with the government emphasis in Make in India, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council BIRAC supported this company as well. Now about ICMR. The Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, New Delhi, the apex body of India for the formulation, coordination and promotion of biomedical research, is one of the oldest medical research bodies in the world. Earlier it was known as IRFA, that's Indian Research Fund Association. It was redesignated as the Indian Council of Medical Research with Dr. C.G. Pandit as its first director. The ICMR is funded by Government of India through Department of Health, Research, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Now, since we have to maintain the diplomatic relationship with our neighboring countries, India has provided 30,000 Pathodetect COVID-19 qualitative RT-PCR test kits to Nepal. Apart from that, the consignment in the form of a gift from people of India to people of Nepal will enable Nepali health professionals to conduct PCR tests on more than 30,000 people. Apart from this, we have also handed over 23 tons of medicine to the government of Nepal. It's a kind of diplomatic and friendly gesture from our country. Gifting of medicine and test kits manifests continuing cooperation of our leader and people of two countries to prepare, act and fight together common challenges of COVID-19 pandemic. So now earlier what used to happen is that a kit approved by United States Food and Drugs Administration or certified by European Union were allowed to offer commercial tests for detecting SARS coronavirus 2. However, as we have seen, ICMR stated that it is no longer a requirement now, and even those approved by NIV, that's National Institute of Virology, would be eligible for testing in India. We have seen the features. It takes hardly 2.5 hours compared to the 7 hours taken by current protocol with a high accuracy, and it is indigenously developed for testing kit for COVID-19. So these are the facts that we have covered. It will be providing major support to Make in India program in the future. It is affordable since it costs around 1200 rupees, and last time I checked, the cost of COVID-19 kit is roughly around 4800. So guys, these were some of the topics that I think are very relevant, very important for you, and I have extracted all the information, and in my opinion that you do not need any more information. The information that is shared is more than enough, but even if you have a curiosity, you can go ahead and read more information. So guys, this is Amit Rishi signing off. Thank you for watching the video.